Hello, this is the Yoga Guru. I just want to speak to you about the different types of yoga. Now, when people talk about yoga, we always think that yoga is some type of an exercise. You have different types of asanas. You have thousands and thousands of asanas to keep your body fit. There is a popular saying in Mahabharata. It says that you have to keep your body fit to reach the moksha or the emancipation. That is what it says. But yoga is not that. Sadly, it has been mistaken for the last 20 or 30 years. People think that yoga is only some type of an exercise where people become fit. It is not the complete type of yoga. In yoga, you have different types. Now, what are they? You have Hatha Yoga, you have Karma Yoga, you have Bhakti Yoga, you have Japa Yoga, and finally you have Jnana Yoga. Now all are equally important. All these 5 types of yoga which I mentioned here are equally important. Now let us take the Hatha Yoga, which is most popular now. But it is not very important. But it is popular. We need a yoga. We need this Hatha Yoga. Now what is Hatha Yoga? Now Hatha Yoga means Hatha Yoga has got 2 components. One is asana, other is pranayama. Asana means you do some postures. Asana means postures. You do Padmasana, Paschimottanasana, you do Padahastasana, you do Surya Namaskar. All these types of different types of asanas or the postures make your body fit. Next is pranayama. Pranayama is again very important and a very subtle posture or a subtle practice. So that is pranayama. That is, it's not only a breathing exercise, but it is a type of a breathing exercise where your mind is controlled. If you take the Ashtanga Yoga, which was propounded by Patanjali, sage Patanjali. Ashtanga means 8 parts of yoga. 8 parts of yoga. Now what are the 8 parts of yoga? Yama Niyama. That is, they are the do's and don'ts of a man. They are the rules and regulations. Yama Niyama. And then comes the asana. And then comes the pranayama. Pratyahara. Pratyahara means the mind control or the senses control. After controlling all your senses, now you have to concentrate on God. That is dharana. Next is dhyana. Next is dhyana. Contemplating on God. Here dharana, it is a concentration. Here it is contemplation on God. Next is samadhi. So pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. So these are the different types of the different stages of yoga, Ashtanga Yoga. So Ashtanga Yoga and Hatha Yoga are almost same. But here we bring in other components also. Hatha Yoga is just, the bodily postures. Okay, so this is Hatha Yoga. We have seen Hatha Yoga and Ashtanga Yoga. Now next is Bhakti Yoga. What is Bhakti Yoga? Bhakti Yoga is the devotional component of the yoga. Now, people say that, no, I am an atheist. I don't believe in God. I don't see God. So I don't want to believe in God. Or I don't want to spend time or waste my time in the devotional component. I don't want to be devoted. It is an empty saying, it doesn't hold water at all. Why? Because we cannot say that we are not devoted. It is very unfortunate that we are not devoted to God, that's all. But we are devoted to something. We are devoted to our body at least. If you are not devoted, so we cannot say that we are not devoted to anything. We are devoted to so many things in our life. We are devoted to our books. We are devoted to our mobile phones. We are devoted to our bank balance. We are devoted to our husband, our wife, our mother, our father, our house, our pets. The list goes on. So we are devoted to so many things. So here I want to say that one has to be devoted to God. Now the reason is all of these things, which I told you, the list, the big list which I told you is impermanent. Now the God alone is permanent. So we have to be devoted to Him. And there are so many other things, which I would say why a person has to be devoted to God. So that is Bhakti Yoga. So we have completed Hatha Yoga, we have completed Bhakti Yoga. And next is Karma Yoga. Now what is Karma? Karma means any activity is Karma. Now what is a Karma Yoga? Now Karma Yoga means we have to devote all our activity to the God. Selfless activity. So all our activities have to be little bit selfless. Always we are selfish. What does this activity going to give me in our life? That is what we are interested. So we have to develop our attitude towards a selfless activity. That is, we have to work for the society. That is most important. So that is called as Karma Yoga. And there are so many things, which is there in the Karma Yoga. We'll see later. Next is the Japa Yoga. The Japa means Dhyana, all are same. Japa, Dhyana, all are same. Not much of difference though. But there is a little difference. Now what is Japa Yoga? Japa means chanting. The continuous repetition of the names of something. Now, Japa Yoga, there is Japa Yoga or Mantra Yoga, there is not a lot of difference. It's all one and the same. So, we have to chant the names of God. Here, we have to chant the names of God, or we have to chant the mantras. We have to chant the mantras. So, by chanting the mantras, we get peace of mind. That is why this chanting the mantras is there in all the religion, all the communities. Whether you are a Hindu or a Muslim or a Christian or Jain, whatever it is, there are people who continuously keep chanting throughout the day. They devote themselves. So that is the Japa Yoga. And the last is the Jnana Yoga. Now what is Jnana Yoga? Now whatever I told now is Jnana. Now that is the knowledge based yoga. Now very simple thing which I want to tell you is this. Who am I? Who am I? Where did I come from? What is my destination? What is my job? What should I do? What should I not do? What is punya? What is papa? What is dharma? What is adharma? What is all this? Is there a heaven? Is there a hell? Now, where is the evidence for all this? Where can I get? How to believe it? Now, where is God? Why is He not coming in front of me? All these are there in the verbal testimony called Vedas. Why don't we read this? Why don't we understand this? All these things are important for a man. Now, we should know that there is a lot of difference between a man and an animal. We share many things. Eating, sleeping, excreting, protecting ourselves, procreating, all these are things, or the things which is there in animal kingdom and the human life. Now, what is the difference? Why can't we be a cat or a dog? Why should we be a man? All these things are there in the Jnana Yoga. So, these things are there in the Vedas, the Puranas, all the scriptures. But we have to read the scriptures to understand all these things. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu.